A man that I've known since high school, and I recently found out that he still lives with his ex. Um, how long should I continue dealing with him before I cut him off?
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
When you guys are intimate, it's over your crib.
Oh, so we get a hotel.
I know you lying.
I had no idea you got down like that.
Oh.
Because I have kids.
No, I
Kids.
know. No,
I
I'm
have
saying,
kids.
is he allowed to date and still stay there?
I don't know at all. I don't really care for her. The thing is, she's like 10 years younger than me.
How you gonna say you don't care for her, but you her man?
Go ahead, man. What else you want me to know?
Just as you can see her character, you know what, since she wanted to talk about me.
Gorgeous, honey.
Of course, she's nothing but a lady of the night.
See, one of the worst things that a woman can do or say out her mouth is, he told me. He told me she's his ex. He told me they're in separate rooms. He told me they're not together. Use this brain right here. As a woman, don't you know that he's lying?
Oh, Lord. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble by my God. You scary.
Period.
If you have children, you shouldn't have that much time on your hand. You didn't say a child, you said children. There are plenty of things. The same time that you invested in this nonsense is the same time you could be investing in educating your children and advancing your kids.
I do. I take very good care of my disabled brother and my son.
But then you spending hotel evenings and stuff with a loser. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You spending hotel, you don't see what's wrong with that? That can be time that's invested in your children. I'm not talking about sending your kids to school and all that. I'm not talking about sending them to tutoring. I'm talking about actually instilling some values that maybe you can learn in your children as well.
All right. So we got the gist of what is going on here. I'm starting to think that a lot of y'all that come up here to this mic on these live shows aren't really trying to find answers. I think y'all are trying to find which one of those panelists that's willing to validate the decision that you already made before you get up there in front of that mic. Y'all just be praying that the accountable person don't answer first. Because a lot of these questions that start with, should I keep dealing with him? Or how long should I continue? You already know the answer to that question. Sometimes y'all don't want advice. Y'all just want permission. But I digress. Now, the first thing that comes to mind about this situation when she talks about dealing with her ex is that this person is feeling familiar to her, and familiar can feel easier. This was not a random man that she just met, although she was dealing with him or he was an ex from high school, but they have a history, and that creates familiarity. And familiarity can cause people to choose and tolerate situations that they probably wouldn't accept from a new person. Just listen to what she said. She said, how long should I continue dealing with him? So that tells me that she already had been questioning the relationship. She has some reluctance, but she's choosing to engage with this man because he's familiar to her, and that makes her comfortable. Now, when she said, according to him, as one of the panelists said, she said that this is what the man had told her about him and the woman's dealings with each other. Now, could that be true? Yes. There are some people who are exes, or even if they are in co-ed living arrangements as roommates, they may strictly be roommates. They are in separate relationships and they may not deal with each other. But that is still his reasoning, just like the panelist said. What we do know, though, is that he lives with another woman, and that woman is his ex. And then this woman here is meeting with this man at hotels. Now, whether he calls this woman an ex, a roommate, or a friend, that does not change the living arrangement. We need to look at the behavior, not focus on the labels. Now, this is where I disagree with Kitty. This man does not have to be a mastermind. People act like men in these situations are like master manipulators, and they don't have to be. not when there's always willing adults. And in this situation, we're talking about women who are volunteering to deal with men in these messy situations. We have one woman that accepts living with him, while this other woman accepts meeting with him at hotels. Now, if he's going to go home to another woman and you're meeting him at hotels, you're operating like a side chick. Now, whether y'all like that or not, that's what the arrangement looks like. He's not pulling off some type of genius scheme. Everybody knows enough where they can make a decision. However, they keep participating in it. Now, another thing that stood out to me in her conversation is that she's dating potential. I think she's looking at what she hopes that this relationship becomes, instead of looking at it as it currently stands, where right now he's living with another woman and he sees her at hotels, and that is the relationship they have today. We started the conversation off about this woman allegedly being uncertain about where she stands with this relationship, although I believe, based on the follow-up questions and responses, that she's not necessarily uncertain. She more so is looking for permission or some type of alignment, someone to co-sign her behavior. But I disagree with Kitty on the perspective about her dealing with this man while she has kids at home. I think that grown people are going to have sex and be intimate with whomever they desire. And as long as you're not bringing your children around, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? We don't have to scrutinize her for being an adult and making choices for herself. I actually respect the fact that she's saying, I'm going to a hotel now. I think that if the other woman wasn't at this house living there, she probably would have been at this house going over there to have sex with them. And that's also why I think that it's more going on with their relationship, because if they were truly a roommate situation and arrangement, why wasn't she just going over there? If they're just exes, why wasn't she just going over there to deal with him? But I don't want to go too far down that hole, but I think that she shouldn't be scrutinized or beat up about the fact that she wants to address her sexual urges and she wants to sleep with this man. I don't think that you should be bringing random men or random women home around your children. The bottom line is that they're in a situationship, and everything else after that is on hope, a wing, and a prayer. And then she's too focused on the potential, even in her question that she posed, versus the dating reality. Everybody has agency. This is another point that I'm going to push back on that Kitty made, where she called him a loser. Now, he could be a loser, right? He could be a loser. Maybe he's lying to everybody, but that does not erase everybody else's choices in this decision. I don't see nobody in this situation being forced to participate. I see 3 adults making decisions. He's making his, she's making hers, and so is the ex that chooses to live in that house. People are free to make whatever relationship choices they want. But once you know the situation, you have to also own your decision that you've made to stay in it. I only see adults making choices, no matter how foolish we might think they are. But let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think when people come up here on this live panel show asking these questions, do you think that they're looking for advice or looking for some type of validation? And at what point does someone's actions matter more than their explanation? And if a man is living with another woman while only meeting you at hotels, what does that arrangement say to you? If y'all enjoyed this discussion, like the video, hype the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.